Hello? I'm here now, I hope. I tried the different method. So the way that I used to set up stream before was that I would have the thing on the side and I wouldn't click start streaming until it was time to stream. Now this creates a situation where you don't actually start streaming until about a minute after you stream. But I had a theory because I didn't used to get the complaint, right? So I had a theory that maybe it was the fact that I had started streaming technically like 5 minutes before the video started. So if I were to go live or start streaming whenever I needed to go live and then go live that way, then maybe we would be okay. But we'll just have to see if that is the case or not. I have no idea if anybody was even here for the beginning or the start, so it might just be a mystery for the rest of time. I'll have to try it after. Today is actually like kind of special day. Let me light my candle actually. It's crazy having to light the candle. So like the lighter that I have, it's just a normal one where it's like a yellow Bic lighter with where you like put your thumb at the top and you do it that way instead of it being like the lighter gun. And whenever I got this candle, I was very excited about the fact that it was in a mason jar. I thought that was so cool. It was like, oh, it fits the comfortable aesthetic. It smells like flowers. It's incredible. And I was like, oh, I'll just take whatever lighter I can get. It doesn't really matter. I've quickly come to learn that it does matter. And I might be a little stupid for like how I treated lighting the lighter in the first place. So like first light, easy. You know, it's like in there, the wick is mostly sticking out of the top. You just like go at it from the side and you light it a little bit. Now, it didn't take... It took a while to get it lit the first time, and for whatever reason, I was convinced that the part that your thumb rests has to be at the top. So I was holding it specifically where my thumb was above where the flame would come out. And so because of this, whenever I lit it, the fire, I don't know if you know how this works, the fire would rise, and I would just like let my thumb sit in the fire because the first light actually took quite a while to get through to the wick. The wick was not hearing it. And because of that, I had to like fight. And I remember going at it multiple times and then like letting my thumb sit in the fire and be like, ah, it hurts. And then eventually it finally lit after like 6 times. And you know, I wasn't burnt, but you can feel like the beginnings of a burn. I think it's like whenever you're outside and you're like, oh, I forgot to put on sunscreen, and you're like, oh, I'll be fine. And then you hit a certain point and you realize that your skin is starting to turn into something else. And then you're like, oh, it's fine, I'm just imagining things. And then you continue to sit out there, you feel great. And then you get out of the sun, it like night falls or whatever. And you realize that like your entire body is actually like the temperature of the sun. And then 2 days later, the itch sets in and you're itchier than you've ever been. You try to scratch, but it's all under your skin and there's nothing that you can do about it. It's kind of insane the way that like people just existed before sunscreen. They probably like... I was thinking about this the other day. So like nowadays, I think the sun, everybody probably looks forward to it. Other than people that are like, oh, I'm nocturnal, it's my whole personality. I think everybody looks forward to the sun. You look outside and then you see like, oh, look at the beautiful sunrise, look at the beautiful sunset. That's usually everybody's like favorite times of the day, because it's just like the sun brings about like a beautiful view into the horizon. We needed to respect the earth. But in the past, I wonder if people actually like feared it, but obviously it like fueled what they needed to do. But they might have been like rushing through their work because they're like, oh no, my Auntie Ethel ended up staying outside for too long and then her skin fried and then she got this weird disease and like died. Like, did they know what skin cancer was? Was that like a thing that they just understood? Because like some Viking was probably standing outside farming for like 3 days straight and then got like super skin cancer and died. I actually don't know how it works. When did the skin cancer meta become like a thing? Hello, getting over it, Joe Bob. Welcome, Holland. Thank you for stopping by. Unfortunately, you weren't here to tell me whether my current method works or not for starting stream. But That's okay. Anyway, I'm still trying to light this candle. I've now hit the point where like a pretty strong weight. Oh, wow. See, I burned my index finger. I used the index finger to light it this time. We're like far into the mason jar, and you get the effect of like, oh, I can't stick my hand all the way into the Pringles can. Isn't that so relatable? It's so relatable, right? You try to shove your hand into the candle can, and you can't do it. They call it the candle. I'm sorry. But, like, I actually will have to get a different lighter, because if it gets, like, any lower than what it's at now, I won't be able to do it. Either way, today, special day, 6-month anniversary of the channel, and I decided that it would be maybe a little fun to do Getting Over It for this. Getting Over It is a game that I've wanted to play for forever, but even outside of streaming, like by forever, I mean like before I even considered streaming. And part of the reason why I didn't is because I thought it just qualified as like a streamer game. Like, what kind of freak is going to play Getting Over It just by themselves with no reason? But honestly, I think I probably should have gone for it. I am happy that I didn't, because I have not seen like any of the, like, whenever you get to the end of the game and it tells you, oh, turn off your screen if you're doing this on Twitch or whatever. I've never seen the end of that. I've never played it, so like it's all brand new to me, and so like all of this is a genuine first time reaction, other than like, oh, I know what some of the areas look like and I know not to slide down the snake and stuff. You can't get me with that. You can't fool me. I wouldn't have fallen for it anyway. I'm untouchable mentally. Either way, I guess I'll just hit new game, because I've been talking long enough. Oh, you really do just like start immediately. Well, oh, it's actually a lot weightier than I thought it would be. I know the general Potman, true. I know the general like vibe of the game. You have to like, oh man, hold on. It's not as easy as this is not as easy like as it looks online. Okay, so you have to get the momentum going. That's no problem for me. Okay. It's just that everywhere online makes like the first step, you just like, oh, you climb over it and it's no problem at all. But I'm realizing that this might be a little bit more aim-based than what I was ready for. We definitely need the momentum, then we go straight over. Starting over? I'm never doing that. How do we feel about Bennett Foddy, by the way? Narration, is that good or bad? Because I know a lot of people turn it off, but I'm worried that it would delete some of the vibe of the game. I think that that's kind of like the point of a lot of it. Why is this one so hard? Oh, there we go. Hold on. Never mind. Oh, you're just so slow.
Like, if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come
what? Okay, hold on. Feel free to go away and come back. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to
No
take
problem.
a break at any point.
Okay.
Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress always, even your mistakes.
Oh. It's actually kind of difficult. I thought that I would be able to talk more during this. Oh, never mind. It's so easy.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking.
Sexy Hiking? Oh, true.
That game was Jazzuo.
It's a little different than the Potman. Maybe that's why he's so buff. We got the sex appeal from it. Oh, no.
Assemblages of found objects.
Honestly, I think the momentum that I already have is pretty impressive. Oh, no.
They're built more for the joy of building them than as
But like my experience of watching Getting Over It is like, oh, look, everything's going so well, and then obviously you get to a certain point and then it's not going so well anymore. Oh.
And it's one of the most unusual.
Oh, and then you do that and you like latch yourself onto something. It's the whole experience.
Drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing in the digital world
Climbing.
certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward
I love going to a rock climbing gym, getting up to an uncomfortable height, and then realizing that I don't have it in me mentally to handle it anymore, and then freaking out and then never rock climbing again. Well, the bouldering wall is fine. It's just that the one with like the, oh no, I don't know how to do that. The one with like the pulleys and stuff. What's it called? The bellies. I don't remember what it's called, but the one with like the things where the people can like attach to you and stuff, and then like pull you up and down. Even though those are like just definitely like safer technically for like the beginner, my head can't figure it out because like those walls just end up going higher. So even though I literally have somebody like holding my hand, it's much harder for me mentally. Which I think doesn't make sense because there's like no way that I'm going on like a roll. Oh my god. There's no way that I'm going like on a roller coaster or anything by myself. But like that. Hold on. But for like rock climbing and stuff, I need it to be the wall where I'm just like on my own. Come on, come on. Oh yes.
Obstacles in video game worlds are you can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct.
Oh, this is good. We're making the strong progress already.
In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
Okay, okay. Launch.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act.
And then up. I've seen this part. I know this part. I feel like the spoilers is making it like worse for me. Well, I guess it works for like the rock climbing analogy because you know you don't go to a rock climbing gym and they're just like, oh, okay, go have fun now. They usually sit you down and are like, make sure you land this way. If you do this, we'll have to walk you through all the steps and stuff. Don't fall over and break your arms. I think that's what like watching Let's Plays and stuff in the past is for this. Why is this? Oh wait, I'm just thinking of it from the wrong angle. You have to think of things a little bit outside of the box. Oh, some of these are so like wet. Okay, hold on, hold on. Pull in. Get greedy. Get greedy. Oh, I messed up. It's difficult to know the extremity that you need. How do you launch from this point? Okay. Oh god, not like that. I just have to restart from here. There's no way that I can fix that. I'm getting lost on the desk mat. People have played this like on tiny desk pads and stuff and like track pads. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like playing a shooter on a trackpad, but like worse because I'm realizing now that you need the space for the wind up. You're going in for like the strongest punches of your life, except you don't have the time to like pack any of the power in that you need. Oh yeah, catch, catch. Oh, what is steel? There it is. That's what we like to see. Then we connect here. Is the game audio fine, by the way? I think it's a little quiet on my end. So if it's a little too quiet, then just let me know. We'll go this way. We'll go this way. Come on, come on. And it really is just like a one-handed game. Like, what else are you gonna do here? Oh, let me up, let me up. Can't hear any of the grunts. That's a problem. That's a problem for sure. I was surprised whenever I first turned on the game. It was like horribly loud, like horrifically loud. It was like a wind sounds constantly. And then eventually, like, I go into the thing and I turn it way down. I'm like, oh, it's going to be one of these. And I turned it to like 20%. I couldn't hear a single thing. But it actually seems like the only viable volume options are like in the 80 to 100%, with 100% being like way too loud. So you actually have to find the spot from like 80 to 90%, and the rest of them are just completely useless. Oh no, I feel like a baby. These games make you feel like a baby learning to walk for the first time. Then I have to reset my mouse every like couple of minutes. Couple of minutes. That's oh, that's bold. every couple of seconds because then I end up losing it. I wonder if the trackpad, because I feel like you're limited in your motion for that. I wonder if that actually makes it better, because then maybe you can be a little bit more precise. Because I feel like if you had this like on a mobile game, you pulled out like the little iPad, I think a 12-year-old could do it on an iPad easy. Oh, I think that's the idea. Hold on. What if we can do it from here? Oh no, we can't. I know that I need the jump is what I know that I need. So from here we should be able to like push down, up, and then grab, but then we have to get it over to the side. It's actually shockingly precise. You're looking at a baseball clip where a batter hits the pitcher in the head.
You've done this part before. You know it's possible.
Placed.
Just do what you did the first time.
Oh, what do you mean? I've never done it before. Do what you did the first time. Yeah, so true. I'll just think it up. Maybe he knows that I've watched a couple of videos and he's got it mentally. Can you imagine if like one of these games was secretly listening to like your microphone or whatever and it would latch on? I remember watching like a little video essay about like a game that like Doritos had made or something that was like tuned into your camera, and it was like a horror game. Oh,
you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
It's a punch in the gut. It's a deep frustration. I'm feeling deeply frustrated. Oh, it is listening to you. I see. It really is, huh? That's why it knew that it was a deep frustration and that it punched me in the gut. It wasn't due to its connection with the human mind. It was because of what I was saying and screaming out loud. That's pretty thoughtful of him to think about me like that. I appreciate it. Oh, just let me up. Down? From here? Launch. Down? From... You don't want to go that way? You want to go this way? Launch. Good? You're like a rocket. A rocket. A living rocket. You sure are like a rocket? Oof. You're okay. There's no reason to be mad at you. It's all me. We have to take responsibility for our actions, even if that means recognizing our own flaws. In fact, that's how we develop as people. Okay. How do I get over this, though? Oh, like that. Okay. Let me over, please. Okay. He will hold. It feels weird because it does, like, my mouse is, like, my grippy hands. And so I feel like if I let go of the mouse, he'll let go of the rock. But that's just not how this works. Oh, in the trash. I like that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Spin. Launch. Oh, it's incredible. My mouse almost went off the desk pad, though. Or mat, rather. The desk mat versus mouse pad. It's throwing me off. One of them is for like the desk and one of them is for the mouse. But both of them are for the mouse. Just let me up. Just let me up. Just let me up. Is it that hard? They're both mats? It's a mouse mat? You're freakish. It's not both mats. Nobody says, oh, give me the mouse mat. It's the mouse pad. And there's no desk pad either. They're both mats or pads. It's just not true. That's not how people talk about them. You're speaking in like technicalities whenever nobody communicates like that. You're going into somebody's thing and going, oh, that's a gerund phrase. Nobody cares. Oh. Oh, no. Nice infinitive.
Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
Like, oh, you're not supposed to have ing on that word. That makes it a gerund and it's a noun now. And that's just not how that's supposed to be communicated. And you're like, oh, you understood it anyway, so why would you do that?
Staying down. Mary Pickford.
Oh, wait, maybe I'm the one being more strict now that I think about it. I apologize, Holland. Oh, God. I didn't even do that. He's got a mind of his own. I did not launch myself like that. Oh. Oh. I feel like speed oddly helps in some of these situations. Oh. Okay. And maybe it's like cheating that I already know like the rotating motion that I need to hit for some of this. Because like I've seen people like do some of this. So it's like having already, it's already having the knowledge. Like I came straight out of the womb with like God telling me how to walk. And then I walked as like a toddler, and then people are like in complete awe and then give me like a world record for being like the youngest baby to ever walk. And I'm like, oh, well, God just gave me the manual. How was I supposed to possibly fail? I was set up for success from the beginning. Oh, man. Hold on. We are a spring. Mentally and physically. We get music in this? Very old music? To make it copyright free? I appreciate it. Give me something to listen to. Going down the road? Is this to make fun of me? When did like because I feel like there was a point where yodeling would have been like an actual thing, right? When did yodeling lose style? Because it's actually a pretty entertaining like form of singing, I think. So it's kind of like a shame. Oh no, what are you doing? That one's for me, not for the pot guy.
Down in the jail on my knees. I'm down in jail on my knees. Down in jail on my knees.
You're all right? No, what are you doing? That wasn't supposed to have that much momentum. Okay. I have the problem where I'm like struggling to control my speed. I end up taking the corner far too fast, and then I flip over and then die. Okay. Is it my left hand is actually like super tensed up in a way that I can't describe. Okay. Oh. Like it's not fisted up, it's like my thumb was going to the left or something. Is this your first run? This is my first run. Can you tell? You're like watching a oh my god. You're watching a baby fall over for the first time. They start crying and you're like, "Oh, is that your first one? Your first attempt?" And the baby says, "Yes, indubitably, this is my first attempt." Do you think you can surpass Jury's first run? I can't remember where she got, to be honest. I have no idea. It's not looking bright right now, is what I will say. Because like the progress has been struggling. I've already fell down a whole lot. You'll let me know? Okay, I appreciate it, Topa. How long will you stream? A couple hours. A couple hours is most likely. That's the usual stream length anyway. So unless this like makes me go mad and I just like rage quit early, which of course not impossible, not impossible. I should be here for a couple hours, which I think I've been at it for like 20 minutes now. Less than technically. Okay. This is my demon right now. The little demon whispering in my ear telling me that I can't do it. And I'm like, you're right, I can't do it. I have no value. I just have to not listen, and then maybe if I don't give in and believe in myself, I'll be able to. Oh, I think I got all the way like up there, right? I can't remember. I know that I started flinging myself pretty quick at some point. Okay, please, please. Straight over the edge. Oh, can't be helped. Okay. Line up. Because the game kind of like tests your self-confidence walking into a arcade and begging somebody to teach you how to use the dance rush machine? Oh, let me over, bro. Oh, this is actually not bad. We just let ourselves down, I think. Or we pull up and we drop. Then from here, we simply launch. There we are. The creativity needed to overcome incredible obstacles. The, what's it called? Impossibility creates invention or something? I can't remember what it is. Creates an invention in the same phrase. Doesn't really work, though. Difficult situations inspires ingenuity. And we're like engines, for sure. Sitting in a car making goofy noises. Oh, it's unbelievable. I'm a plane. I can't plane help it. Oh, just let me up on the rock. I can't, like, actually, my left hand, if I'm not careful, like, I feel like I need to have it on the keyboard, but my keyboard doesn't do anything. And so instead, it's just, like, sitting there, like, getting super tensed up, because I actually feel pretty tense right now. Having to work this all out. Let's rotate this way. Go this way. No? Okay. Never mind. I didn't want to do that anyway. It's the hardest part. I'm glad to hear that it is a common struggle point. If this is the hardest part, then I don't think the game has too much to offer, to be honest. Because I nearly cleared it a minute ago. So I think as long as I can just get through these lampposts, I've basically won the game. Oh, there it is. Oh. Oh? How was I resting on that? Just... Yo, get a hold, man. If only it was the hardest part. Oh, you've got a different opinion, huh? Maybe you're just bad. Surely, surely. New strategy? It's not working? I was hoping maybe we could, like, you know those, like, tools? Those, like, ice climbing knives? Where you just, like, start chunking them into the wall? And then you go up that way? I was hoping that maybe we could have done a little bit of that. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. This game needs some new mechanics. Give me a larger variety of playstyle. Oh! This game's simply too limiting. I want to be able to shoot fireballs to clear up and open paths. That way I can take a more creative approach in my process. Oh my god, okay, okay, okay. So we need to go up here, but we need to be able to rest on the rock. Okay. From here, lean like that. Okay. And then we need to make the jump. Is that... Yes, okay. That's solid. It was just a little difficult to make out. The game sometimes, I think, tries to trick you. Oh, yes!
Games would soon
I've
be
won.
made out of prefabricated objects.
I've won.
Bought in a store and assembled into a world.
Okay.
For the most part, that hasn't happened. Because the objects in the stores are trash.
Climb the wall.
I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are.
A lot of them
trash in
are.
the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to
Oh,
be
so
consumed
true.
and used in a certain context. And once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
Uh-huh. They sure do. But my run will also pass by in seconds because I'm clearing. I swear. Oh, if you land on the cinder block, it just like doesn't work. Huh?
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital
I've seen this
landfill
part,
called
which does also
And now
give me a
vastly
huge
outnumbers
advantage.
and outweighs
That's the
consumed
problem
trash and
with
untainted
being
air.
behind on the rage bait games. Is
Everything
like
around
part
us
of the
is cultural
blessing is
trash.
like, oh, now
Trash
I can just
becomes
play
the
what
new
everybody
media,
else plays.
the lingua franca
Finally.
of the digital
But then
age.
like you get to
You
the
could build
spots
culture
that they all
out of that.
played,
But
and you're like,
only
oh, I've
trash
already
culture.
seen this. I know
B
the
games,
method.
B movies, B music, B philosophy.
I know the meth. Oh my god.
Maybe this is what digital
I don't know what
culture
that
is.
means.
A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain.
Oh,
A
this is
landfill
dangerous. This is
with
so
everything we
dangerous.
ever
I'm gonna
thought of in
end
it.
up
Grand,
taking a
infinite,
fall.
and unsorted.
Okay. And then we definitely like launch over to the
3D
grill.
models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, Scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, band
Oh my God.
Live League, Facebook
Don't speak
spotlight
too
by
soon.
bots with unbranded
Oh, I'm not
adverts,
speaking, don't
candid shots of
worry.
Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed gifs, Russian dash
That was
cam
my
vids,
fault. It was all my
discussions
fault. Like
of
I
McRibs,
thought I was gonna go
discarded,
left, but then
forgotten,
going left is going right, and so it doesn't matter.
muddled, rotten.
Oh, I spoke too soon. I forgot the voice in
Everything's
the
fresh
background and
for
thought you
about
were
6
going insane.
seconds,
You are,
until
you
some newer
are.
thing beckons,
That's
and we
all
hit
in your
refresh.
head. It's all in your head.
There's
You're a
years of
freak. You've been
persevering,
consuming too much
disappearing into the
garbage, and now you
pipe,
hear
out of
voices
style,
where they're not supposed to
out of
be.
sight.
Those subtitles that you're seeing up, they're all actually in your head too. Me personally, I'm not even hearing them. I'm in a zen state, completely and totally. I haven't felt any pain
Soul would have no
since I were a
rainbows,
small
had
boy.
eyes, no tears. John Vance Cheney.
Let me up, please. Please, John, please. The rage bait games always found a way. They might have found a way. Just a small little way. Nothing huge though. Welcome, Jury. Welcome, Vino. You can't? What do you mean you can't? I can't what? Okay. Here we are. Look, we're already getting back fast. That's the thing you learn, like the skills in life that you need to progress. Look, I'm gonna match the philosophicalness of Bennett here. Stupid person tries to match smart person's vibe. It doesn't work. They can tell.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before.
Uh-huh.
That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
Oh yeah, I love Narnia. He can't? My god. I think that I can beat your, how far did you get, Jerry? Do you remember? Because I don't remember how far you got. I think I could probably end up, beating your score. Not score, but like placement. We're in a marathon. We're a triathlon. And like, do those start with swimming or I think they start with swimming. You probably like died in the bike ride. I'm gonna make it all the way to the running. I think it's swim and then bike and then run, right? Oh my god. I'm gonna clear it out. Slide, you think? I don't remember where that is. It's probably like dangerous and horrible though. If I recall, you passed that bit. Jury's underselling the run? Please, please. My brain just says brute force it. Honestly, I think it's the way to go. Okay? Oh, for sure, man. What am I making fun of him for? He has like a valid reason to be grunting here. Listening to a tennis match, watching the ball go from left to right. It's, oh, you know what has been like addicting to me lately? So in my shorts feed, there's just like this Japanese ping pong channel that I've become like incredibly addicted to, and it's not just like straight up ping pong games. I don't think I could watch that. I think I would get bored of it. But they do like these little like challenges and stuff where it's like, oh, let's put a whole bunch of tape on the end of the table, and then whoever can make like tic-tac-toe or whatever ends up winning. And it's like 5 ping pong players, and you're like, oh, look at the precision, look at the precision. Like, I feel like if you could get like some professional ping pongers on this game, it would be a different story than what it is for me now. I don't know why I'm tensing up so much. It's not like it's going to help me, but it actually like freaks me out a little bit. Whenever I move, I've never been so scared of movement before. You're sitting here watching me do like, basically, if you think about it, it's kind of like a walking simulator. You're watching me like learn how to walk, and every step that I take, I'm like squeezing your hand completely and totally. All blood circulation is cut off. You have to get that thing amputated by the end of it. Oh, it's like learning how to rollerblade, which I never did do. And whenever I did try it as a child, I did like cut out all blood circulation of my parents' hands because I didn't have the balance for it, which is honestly probably a bad sign for something like this, because you have to have like the balance and then the mental balance. I think I've got the mental balance kind of down, where like I'm not going to like freak out over it or anything. I'm just gonna get like super tensed up. You're working out the same muscles that the characters. Honestly, kind of. Like my left hand started like gripping at nothing. I was like the hammer is being held in my hands in real life. My mouse is a physical representation of the struggle that I'm going through right now. You need to get that thing turned around, man. Come on. Straight around the body. Straight around the body. And we go. This part here, it's hard. Admitting to patricide? Yeah. I mean, it was pretty close for sure. I remember having to learn. Well, like, not having to, but like trying to learn, because I loved like biking and stuff as a kid. Like, I had my bicycle and I would just ride it around and do that as often as possible. So then, but eventually, like, I was like, oh, I'm going to learn how to rollerblade. And I remember, like, my parents being, like, down to help teach me. My brothers, I think, ended up kind of getting a hang of it. At least my older brother, I think it was him that ended up getting a hang of it. But I couldn't figure it out. And I remember trying to go, like, down slopes and stuff, and like every 3 seconds I was just falling over and trying to make it work, and I would like stand up and I'd be like, oh, mom help, and then she'd come over, like skate over, because she was doing better than me too. She had already known how to rollerblade, and she would have to like just sit there and then grab my hand, and I was actually just squeezing and then squeezing. Like, it's insane the things that parents will go through. Oh, fling. I can't figure it out. How long did this take you, Jury? Because I've gotten to the top of this thing twice now. Oh my god. I looked at chat. And then it just like went away. I need to figure out some way to like unengage my left arm. I'm actually gonna be like sore by the end of the stream in the arm that's not even doing anything. It's a one-handed game, and I'm using my right, and my left is going to be sore. He's so humble. Oh. I used to rollerblade. It transferred really well to ice skating. I'm glad that you can do both. Ice skating scares me. Like, genuinely. I've tried it. I've done it. And, like, not fallen over and stuff. But I also used to go to like hockey games and stuff as a kid. And I remember going to a hockey game whenever I was like 12 or something. And I ended up, I can't remember if I got, oh, this was Halloween. I was dressed up as like Bilbo. But I was dressed up as like Bilbo, and I think, I can't remember if it was like me that started feeling sick or my brother. One of us started feeling sick, so we go down into like the like infirmary area. What do you even call that in like in a rink? But the guy was just letting us chill out there, and I remember like my parents talking to him, and they were talking about like the injuries and stuff that people had accrued on the rink. And the guy was just like, oh yeah, I remember this one time whenever they were playing, and you get knocked over, and this guy comes over and he skates directly over his arm. And it's like, oh man, you're sitting there walking around with like the crazy daggers just strapped to your feet. You got giant swords down there. You step on somebody, it hurts a little bit. And not like in a fun way. Oh, we're so good. We're so... Hold on, hold on. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Stay aware. Don't get cocky. Stay humble. You're the most humble person in the chat right now. Do I count as being in the chat? Technically, right? Because, like, I'm here with y'all. Oh, we're in. We're in. Finally. Back to where we belong. This is our rightful spot. Okay. You don't? Why wouldn't I? I'm like the chat master. It's literally like what I'm here for. Oh, there's just no way. Oh, there's just no way. Okay. Just get onto the edge. Get onto the edge. Edge, edge, undo. Undo, undo. Okay, we're back. Only if you type in chat. Got you. Got you. Oh, Joe Bob. Wow, this guy is so cool. Wish I could play like him. Oh, you mean it? Thank you. Finally, somebody that understands. Okay, okay. Fly, fly, fly. That's a straight incline. It's a straight incline. There's just no way that that's possible. It's a bot? No, no. He's real. I confirmed myself. I'm the chat master, so I can confirm. Oh, there's the slide. I see it, Jury. I see it. There's no way that this is like your limit here. Oh my god. Hold on. Over the edge. Huh? Link on. Oh no. Boxes, boxes. We like boxes more than caving a child's head in, don't we? Don't we like boxes a little more than that? Huh. Huh. This is scary.
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content.
Oh
that's
my god.
gentle, that lets you churn through it, but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets
Prove
piled
you're
up
not
in
a
the
bot,
landfill?
take a captcha. I
Filed
fail
in with
those.
the bland
Like,
things.
actually kind of often, not gonna lie to you. They've gotten harder. And then there's the type of captchas that take like 20 minutes. Okay, okay, okay. Is that up? Oh, it's only up.
I feel within me a peace above all.
Where
earthly
am
dignity,
I?
A
Oh.
still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare.
Oh, I love Shakespeare.
You cannot now believe that you will ever feel better.
I will
But this
feel
is not
better.
true. You're sure to be happy again, and knowing this,
Thank
truly
you.
believing it, will make you less miserable now.
Oh, there's gotta be just a place up there. You know what captchas I'm talking about, right? Like you have the ones where it's like, oh, choose the fire hydrants, and then you're like, oh, it'll just be a quick, just grab all the fire hydrants, and then you get to the one where instead it's like, oh, you click the fire hydrant, and then it slowly just dissipates over the next 25 minutes, and it spawns in another fire hydrant. You click on that one too. It slowly dissipates as another fire hydrant slowly spawns in. Oh, go back, go back. Okay, drop. Drop, 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 drop. I get those in one try? What do you mean? That's crazy. That just means that you're sitting there for like 20 minutes wasting your time. I actually just redo them until like the faster one appears. Ah. Oh, there has to be a way here. Look out. And then we... How do I launch from here? Oh, like that. That's the method. We've got it completely downloaded. This is actually kind of stressing me out a little bit. Okay. I've got that figured out. Got that figured out? Now I just have to figure this out and then it'll be easy. Easy's maybe the wrong word, but you get the idea. Well, once you figure something out, you kind of have it like down. Oh, we're so back. Okay. Just to balance on the edge. You ever watch somebody sword eat? It's actually kind of crazy. It just disappears. They like have to shove their intestines out of the way and stuff. It's something weird where you're like, how do you decide that that's going to be like your trade? Because at like a young age, probably, because like I doubt that it's something where you're like 35 and you're like, oh, let me see how it feels whenever I move all these intestines over with a sword. I think I might figure out what it feels like to move all my intestines over with a sword soon. Oh no, sooner than I thought. Okay. Back to the beginning. Not quite the beginning at least, right? We're a little better than that. Oh my god. Oh, that just launches you backwards. This is actually kind of horrible. It takes so much mental thought to get through this, and it's only been 40 minutes. I get it now. Like, I genuinely, like, am going to feel mentally drained by the end of this. Because I have to, like, oh, this is where I want my little hammer to go. And then whenever my hammer goes there, I have to think about where it's going to go. I'm always visualizing myself. You know, it's kind of like people that have to go through like races and stuff where they have a specific form that they need to hit. That way that they can actually like efficiently get through the process. And if they don't hit that form, then it's just kind of over for them and they're screwed. And they're like, oh, maybe next year, buddy. It's like next year, I'm an Olympian athlete. I'm not going to have another opportunity until 2028. Except maybe after that point, you never want to do it again. Oh, let me close in. Let me close in. Okay. But maybe you're not supposed to think about it too heavily. Maybe you make the connections and then that's okay. You're like, oh, I'm trying too hard to win whenever I should just stop and smell the roses, right? Maybe that's what Bennett Foddy was trying to get at. Oh, just let me over. Just let me over. Oh. Because, like, you know, they keep playing the music and it's like, oh, you'll feel pain, but that's okay. Maybe the actual strategy mentally is to not feel anything at all. We go for a full nihilist run. You're like, oh, life is pointless, so why would I ever feel upset about this? There is no meaning to any of it. There is no goal. I simply want to get as high as I can. I suppose getting as high as I can is the goal, but there's no punishment if I can't get there. We're as cool as a cucumber. But I don't know if I can get into that mental space. Like, my mind cares too much. It's like a different personality thing. I feel like you could sit down like a Buddhist monk, and then they would, like, sit there for 17 hours on the little first area, and they just be like as happy as they've ever been. Oh, let's go. Okay. Ooh. So true, pot guy. Huh? No, no, no. Why did you launch?
Do not stand at my grave and cry.
Oh, I won't. I
dead.
won't.
I did not die. Mary Fry.
No.
I wouldn't cry at your grave, Bennett. Don't worry. I did not die. I'm alive. I'm alive. My will lives on as we fight. We never give up. What is that? Sometimes I just feel like it reacts differently. You know what I mean? It reacts differently. I need it to not. Stop going that way. From there, we just, you know, catch onto the side, and then you, like, go up, and then you go down. Ups and downs, like a roller coaster. I'm afraid of those too, though. I remember going on like going to the theme parks and stuff
You
with
need to take a
people and
break,
like
it's okay. I've saved your progress.
struggling to not stress myself out if I ever did try to go on a roller coaster. Eventually I just gave up. Because like why would I keep trying whenever it's just not gonna click for me? I suppose it definitely can click for you, but I don't know if I want it to click for me is the thing. I feel like you have to want it to click. But mentally, like, I don't even want that. I think I'm just worse off for it. Oh. Okay. To the right. Come on. Okay, okay, okay. I walked the line. I walked the line. Oh. Start singing nothing but Johnny Cash songs. I feel like it would fit pretty well for this. Walking the line now. I hurt myself today. You can have my empire of dirt. Oh. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. And the flames went higher. And they burn, burn, burn. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, safe landing. Can't believe that we just figured that out. Okay. This stream ends when you beat the game? Absolutely not. Well, I mean, if I do beat it, then, like, yeah, sure. But, like, you know. I just think that we both know that that's not going to happen. Oof. Oof. What are you doing?
To
What are you
live
doing?
is to suffer. To survive is to find some
It's fine,
meaning
it's
in
fine.
suffering. Friedrich Nietzsche.
Friedrich Nietzsche. Okay. That's fine. It's a minor setback. In the grand scheme of completion. We all have difficulties in our lives. Mine are just maybe greater than anyone else's right now. World hunger, no issue. Gambling addiction, it's not that bad. I'm playing getting over it. And I fell down a little bit. And the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. It's crazy the way that like singing styles just like changed. Because I feel like you and obviously it depends on like type of band and group or whatever, but you have like I feel like in the like 40s and 50s there were so many just like, hold on, super deep voices where like, oh, you have Elvis. Then you get like the Johnny Cash where it's like the honestly similar in my mind, and it's not exactly the same, that's not what I'm saying, but it's a similar flavor where like you get like as deep as you can and you're like you know, but then eventually you introduce like some harshness and stuff. And because I was thinking about it, and like how did like singers and stuff, how do they choose like how gross they want to make their voice sound? Because like I remember listening to like, sorry for saying all the likes and stuff, my brain is actually overloading where like I start, oh, I said it again, my brain is overloading because I'm trying to hit these blocks at the same time while carrying on the conversation. Oh, because I know that like, oh, where I'm at right now is not impressive, so then it's like an underwhelming achievement, and with the underwhelming achievement, nobody cares. So that's part of the reason why it's actually stressful, because you're streaming it and you're like, oh, I don't want to let the people down that care about the process here, or I don't want to let the people down that just want to see me like suffer, because then you have to like make it further for them to actually care about your suffering. I don't know if I can offer that to you right now. I apologize. Maybe I shouldn't even apologize to you because you just want the worst for me and you're like the... Hold on. Oh, it was worth it. Okay. And now we climb. Higher than we ever have before, for sure. Okay. Try the slide. Oh, no. No slide. That helped a lot, though. The journey and the yapping is what matters to you. Thank you.
Sorrow is my own yard, where the new grass flames as it has flamed often before, but not with the cold
That one was,
fire
like,
that closes
kind of
around me this
embarrassing.
year. William Carlos
Huh?
Williams.
William Carlos Williams. That's an unfortunate name. Oh, was he an author? But then you, like... Because, like, singers and stuff, they have to, like, think about what kinds of sounds they want to make. And so I wonder if it's just, like, a vibes-based thing. Like, how did Michael Jackson decide that he was going to become, like, the hee-hee guy? Where he was like, oh, this really just adds everything to what I want to sing here. Or you get, like, the songs where you just throw in some, like, random yahs in there. I was like, what did the yeah do for me? Sometimes it makes sense where you're like, okay, it's very musical. You're like that's like a part of that song's identity. And I can see where you're like, oh, basic chanting, that fits for sure. But I don't understand where a hee comes from. And then like the style of singing too, where like you get like Creedence Clearwater, like, I wanna know, and I'll never see the rain. Like, why do you develop that way instead of just singing it like a normal person? Like, where did the gravel come? But also that might just be like their voice. I don't know what they were smoking back then. That might have just been how he sounded. Oh my god. I'm taking life 0 steps at a time. I haven't moved. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that he would react like that for me. They make you connect with the pot guy. Like, oh no, that's probably what they're saying whenever they fall. Oh, thank you for thinking of me, Bennett Foddy. It means so much to me whenever you think of me. My mind feels more joy than you ever could possibly have understood whenever you thought of me. Okay? Whoa. Okay? You are a bullet. You are a bullet. Not like that, though? Not like that? Like this. Bring her in. And then launch. 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 Okay. Launch. Okay. So let me on to this, and then I think we should be able to easily blast off from here. I'm gonna start treating this like I'm an astronaut. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Buddy Weed and my trio. Or his trio, not mine. You have no relation to me. You couldn't possibly be my trio. I don't even know who you are. Okay, okay. I'm sure you were huge whenever you were doing it. But like, this is different too, because like, obviously this is like the 50s or whatever, and he's like kind of whispering at you. Like, oh yeah, who's doing it? Oh, but there was the voice too, even in the bands where they're like softly whispering in like a nice, comfortable, like falsetto or whatever, you have the as a part of it. Let me down. Okay, thank you. And we launch. Just grab, just grab. Oh. Okay. You have to grab onto the wheelbarrow so that you can grab onto the rake so that you can grab on to everything else. Okay. Easy. No, 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 no. Okay. Over here. We grab onto the wheelbarrow. Rake. Oh, wow, that was impressive. Okay. Rake. Slide. No slide? That's okay. It's very kind of them to put this here. We just take one large step for mankind. Okay. We're over. We're not. Okay. All I can say is okay. It's all I can muster. It's odd. I feel like usually I have so much more. But like right now, I'm in the mental state where it's like, oh, all I see is wood and orange and grills and I don't understand anything. And I'm left in a complete state of shock and fear as like the existential dread takes over as I realize that I'm going to be like sitting here struggling along for the next like, hour. Okay. And then we just return to comfort. Like, I was about to say some words and all that I could muster at the end of it was okay because I fell over. Okay. It does feel like you actually end up like losing it, kind of. There's gotta be like a something that I'm missing here. Okay. Launch. Launch. And then start climbing. What happened to me? We lost it. I wish I could do the AI voice. I feel like so many videos and stuff have moved to just being like AI voices, and I usually click off of them. But there are people that will sit there and like they hear the AI voice and they're like, "Oh, this is just for me," and they decide that that's actually the content that they're going to consume. But they've gotten like pretty uncanny now. So I just don't know how people can, like, I almost understand it more whenever it was just flat text to speech. But, and like, that does feel like lazy and soulless, but it doesn't feel like it's trying to lie to me, I think. Oh, this is rough. They put like a tall box there. I think you need to be able to make it to this, just lower gently, 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 gently. No sudden movements. Oh my god. Oh, just go back. Go back. Lower. Just a little to the... Not what we want. Not what we want. Oh, it's difficult because you have to consider the laws of physics. There's limitations to the human body. And this hammer that's made out of a very sturdy material. I almost wonder if it'd be better to do it like this.
Of all sad words of tongue
this
or
part
pen,
was easy?
the saddest of these.
Oh, if it's easy, it's over for me. Because, like, I'm struggling right here. That was not the move. True. Maybe it is just go at it like a normal person then, huh? I'll consider it next time. Why am I struggling here so much? I feel like I've already spent more time here than I did at the, rocks with the lanterns. That was supposed to be the hard part, but now I can't get past the easy part. It's all flipped around for me. I wonder if there is like a specific, like we all have our own fingerprints to where like if we killed somebody, like we could easily be tracked down. I wonder if everybody has their own like getting over it moment. where like this is the only one where I will be struggling like crazy. And so like, oh, if I were to set up a saw trap where it was like, oh, beat the specific moment of getting over it. You want to play a game? Oh, yes, I would like to play a game. Get past the wood boxes part of getting over it. No! And then they would know that, like, I'm Jigsaw. I've never seen a Saw movie. What if we went back to the rock lanterns? I think I would clear it, like, no time. Like, it takes me actually, like, 2 tries to clear rock lanterns now. I'm past that point. Going up to that toddler that got his first run at walking earlier, and he completed it first try, and you're like, oh, do you want to go back to the toddler walking stage? And he's like, I would have no issue. What are you talking about? Prove it, I dare you.
If you try to please audiences, uncritically accepting their tastes,
I am pleasing audiences right now.
I have no respect for them.
Very little, but this is what they wanted. And so I'll show them what they want. I'll give them what they think they want. They think that they'd be satisfied with this, so I'll show, oh no, this is the furthest down that I've made it. Like, I'll give them what they want. It won't take me that long, so it's not even a problem for me. Ah! What are you doing, man? Oh. Whoa. Go ahead. Oh, the mastery. I know my limb length. I know how long it takes to clear the edges. My mind is in sync with my body. It's an extension. The pot is me, the hammer is me. I'm like a samurai wielding a katana, slicing straight through a tatami mat, imagining that it's my foe being cut down in front of me. While you were in school, I mastered the sledgehammer, and there's nothing that you can do to stop me. We're already back at the lanterns, and I'll show you what success looks like. I'll show you. With my own 2 hands. Line up, line up, line up. Launch, perfect launch, perfect launch. Just go ahead and lower that hammer a little bit so that we can launch further. Oh, it's so close, so close. It's okay, we have a little bit of leeway. We all trip sometimes. Even that baby that walked on day 1 of his life, he didn't get delivered. He walked straight out. The stork did not bring him to the world. The stork tried to pick up the baby, and the baby put his hand up and said, no, I don't think so. I'll handle this entrance on my own. And that's what he did. He walked. And just like that baby, we will do the same. I tried to do something a little foolish, but that's okay. Experimentation is the flavor of life. Let's see. You'll see great things. You'll see what success looks like. Bam. 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 Okay. Over. Under. The over-under. The old 1-2. Hold on. It's an extension of me, but the world around me is trying to force me out. It's like what a tornado is. Natural disasters. It's trying to cut down your extensions. Take your joys away from you. Such as your house and running water. But that's not what we do here. Do you see that? Do you see that? It wasn't even a problem. It's just too easy. Look at that. Like, not even a minute, I think, of just rock lanterns. Come on. It's just too simple. We're putting too much force into it. You looked away? You do it again? I'm sorry, I'm not willing to do it again. I have DVR enabled on the channel for a reason. Come on, come on. Surely you just watch JK? Okay. You're being unusually cruel. With the worst intentions? The game's trying to teach you to be a good person and like accept life for what it is, and you're sitting there trying to, make life worse for others as they have to learn how to accept things stoically. It's crazy that stoicism wasn't like made by some guy named like Stoicles. It just already sounds like a Greek name built in. Okay. Wasn't it like Marcus Aurelius? Isn't that like the Stoicism? I can't remember. Who are all the Greek guys? You can get like all kinds of different flavors of them. Oh, I figured that part out. It's just so easy now. Okay. Go over. Plato had like a featherless biped or something. I can't remember. Was that Diogenes? They're all the same to me. It's all mixed together. I think we launch. Oh, yes. Okay. Pull in. Save. Save your gun. Save your gun. We'll use it for next round. Okay. Please. Oh, it's too easy. Okay. Is that solid?
When you, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you,
Taunting
besetting
you.
delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle. Some tricks for the clicks of the feckless.
So true,
But
so
that's
true.
not you. You're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat.
Baseball. We love baseball. I think you pass jury if you get past the stairs. Oh, it's not even gonna be close. Wait. How do I get to that camera though? Oh, like that. Huh? Not bad. Okay, this is actually a pretty easy spot to like save yourself if you have to. So we can take the moment and like lift. Oh no, not like that. We can take the moment. Well, first we have to lower, then lift off. Oh, but then we have to like somehow get to that edge there. We're playing a dangerous game here. Oh, getting hunted down in the woods after being told by a rich guy that he's hunting you. Can we sit down? And then... Okay. Oh, it was so close. We saved it, so it's okay. It's not even a problem. No concern in my mind at all. I'm completely thoughtless. I'm in a zen state. Observing nothing but trajectories and points of entry in my head. The thrust required to penetrate.
Now, I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch while some dude with 10 million views does it for you. Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food.
Not me.
That's
I'm real.
culture too.
It's culture? Thank you. I am culture. Oh, I mean something. Oh my god. Oh! Did we pogo stick? We are pogo. Oh no!
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Iced tea.
Oh man, that was cool, huh? Well, we're back home. Doesn't it give you the nostalgic feeling? Like,
When to the sessions of sweet silent thought I summon up remembrance of things past, I sigh the lack of many a thing I sought, and with old woes new, wail my dear time's waste. William Shakespeare, Sonnet 30.
doesn't it make you nostalgic? Good news. You'll be able to see the lanterns again. Weren't they pretty? It's an interesting place to put everything, but I think there's real architectural intent behind it. And artistry. Oh, it really makes you think about the things that are around you, that surround you. I need to sneeze. I don't have to yet. I can feel it just in there. Hanging out, waiting for me to inevitably make some important progress. And whenever I need most important to be focused, eyes on the road, going 90 miles an hour, avoiding all the traffic, desperately trying to make it where I need to go. Inevitably, I will sneeze. And inevitably, I will lose. Okay. Lower? Not that much lower. That much lower. Okay. We've already made it back. There's no issue with that. There's no issue. But I feel like the piano music just reminds me of like watching like Charlie Brown. Where like you hear the soft piano and it's like, oh listen, it's like a comfortable jazz feel. It's kinda sweet. And you like it would fit in with the womp 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 completely and totally. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I really do think that it fits that kind of vibe. Not up, down. Okay. I respect like the clinking animation. I didn't notice that before. There's so much detail. Isn't the detail wonderful? I believe the detail is wonderful. It's the kind of thing whenever you look outside and notice how the beautiful pink blossoms have bloomed on the trees all around you. Oh, recognizing the incredible scenery in your day-to-day life. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Gonna grab a propane tank. Okay. Oh, just leave me be. Just leave me be. Is that too much to ask? Ah! Ooh. Okay. There's a versatility to this sledgehammer. You learn all the techniques. It's like playing Catherine and going, oh, by the way, you can spin the block around. Oh, whoa. You can spin the block around this way, and then you can make a bridge like this, and then everything will be okay. What the? I was stuck. Why was I stuck? Okay. Narrowly saved that. Look, we're already returning. You get so fast at it. Maybe that's the joy of it all. Okay. Okay. Now we can just like pogo like this. Pogo, 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 pogo. Oh, and then great things can be done. Horrific things? Horrific things? Like that. Okay. We've made our connection. I end up like launching myself around. We're gonna be more bruised up than we need to be by the end of the journey here. Okay, okay, okay. Lean, 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 lean. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, grab onto the edge. And then you will gently accept your place. And then go over here.
No.
No. The amounts of just like micro adjustments and stuff, it's constant. Nothing can be done. Oh.
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed?
Yeah,
I guess you
kinda.
hate it if you got this far, feeling frustrated. It's underrated.
It's underrated. We love stress. Oh, this is just not where I was supposed to be. This is a
An
different
orange
spot.
Is sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
Not like that. We can just climb it like this. It's a totally different place. Clean. Welcome, Toto. Thank you. It's not been clean at all so far. Oh my god. Oh, it's
Patience
not
is the
clean. It's not
foundation
clean.
of eternal peace. Make anger your enemy. Harm comes to those who know only victory and do not know defeat.
Oh, I know so
Find
much
fault with
defeat.
yourself and not with others. It's in falling short of
Oh,
your own
I'm so
goal
flawed.
that you'll surpass those who exceed theirs.
I'm horrible. I'm horrible.
Tokugawa Ieyasu.
Take it back. Oh, it's nothing but truth. Okay. Oh, this run is not clean. It's not clean. Not clean at all. I'm glad that you agree. We're flawed characters here. We have so much depth. 12-year-olds watch us and then get overly excited at the thought of, oh, gray characters. Okay. Here we are, here we are. Now we make the next launch. Taking NASA's job. Oh, it's incredible. Did you see that landing? That's a removable spaceship. Reusable spaceship. Slowly but surely. Quickly but unsurely. Okay, okay. Oh! Okay, and then we launch the camera. It thinks it can beat me. Little does it know, I've beaten it hundreds of times already. Okay, good save. Good save. We caught the ball, destroying the home run. Sorry, I watched like a lot of baseball shorts yesterday, and I don't even watch baseball. It just like recommended itself to me, and I was like, oh, why don't people throw the knuckleball anymore? Oh, obviously because there's nobody left to teach it, and coaches don't find it worth the time to master it anymore, because a bad knuckleball can make everything go wrong, and they hit a home run, and then you're having to hope for one of the top 10 historic home run destroy catches in history.
No.
Oh, that was good. That was so good. This less so. Oh. Okay. Saved again. Barely. Eh? Why? Why would you latch onto that? Hmm? I just wish that I could do it like a normal swing. Sometimes he gets a little overexcited and then starts like flying places that I didn't ask him to. I understand. Sometimes there's like special places that you want to go visit on your own, but maybe you could do it on your own time, buddy. Instead of making my own life more difficult, you understand that I have places that I need to be to.
You'll be back
surely.
here again and again. Avenge and repent until you've ascended. Or until you're contented.
Oh, I'll be contented in a, half an hour.
Oh no.
Believe me. Believe you me. Oh, man. Defining a whole genre of video game. All of them look the same.
Oh no.
They all have a bald guy that's oddly naked.
Oh. Mm.
They went for the They went for the sex appeal.
Oh.
Surely people love a big buff man hanging out of a pot, doing manly things like a sledgehammer. I've been told that people love oddly specific things. Surely a big buff man hanging out of a pot with a sledgehammer, somebody's like specific thing. Oh, let me out. Welcome, Elodie, Pog. True, true, true. Oh, oh my god. You're done? Oh, you mean I've done the impossible? That I'm a god? I'm a walking god? I'm incredible? I'm a genius, a talent? There's no way that I'm a hack or a fraud? I'm my own person. Oh, you're the walking god, the genius. I bow down. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Here we are. Oh my god, oh, okay. The god does not bow down. The god does not bow down. He does not give in. No, 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 no!
She smiled in defeat, with unconquerable eyes. Atticus.
Atticus, Atticus, I'm in the attic. Not anymore, now I'm in the basement. Highest up basement known to man, kind of defeats the purpose. That's where you gave up? Real. Oh, I can't blame you. I ended up in a different spot earlier. I don't even know where it is at this point. Oh, branching pathways. You have to stealth one way, and then if you go too fast and brute force the other way, they just send you down a different path that's more difficult to punish you for the crime of killing video game characters. Oh.
Your failure here is a metaphor. To learn for what, please resume climbing. Rob Dubbin.
Oh, why are you like spoiling the meaning of the game for me? I already get it. I figured it out. Ellipses. That's what I'm saying. Literally, I don't have much commentary to add. I'm just freaking out. That's what people come to these for, though. So maybe that's the value. They want to see people stressed to the point where they go into cardiac arrest. Genuinely, I think we could like do some real damage if you had like a 70-year-old play the game. I think it would maybe be too much. Oh, no, no, no!
Laugh and the world laughs with you. Weep and you weep alone.
Weep
The
and you
sad
weep
old earth
alone?
must borrow its mirth, but has trouble enough of its own. Ella Weaver Wilcox.
Weep? I'm not quite weeping alone. There's people laughing at me. I'm a fool, a clown. I'm wearing clown makeup. They come and then they sit down in their chair and they point at me and go,
Better by
"Oh, look,
far
the
these
freak, the
forget and
freak.
smile.
Isn't it crazy how his legs move like that?
Dina Rossetti.
Look, I want to see the bear that can jump through a hoop next. The freak isn't even enough to, like, entertain you people. Welcome, Blue. Blue, I've made it so far. On Strive, but I hope you're well. You could have invited me. I'd rather be playing Strive than this. 6-month anniversary. Yay! Don't we love streaming? We love streaming. It brings so much joy to us in our hearts. It means so much. I love sitting down in a chair for 2 hours. Yet it feels like I've aged 75 years. 75 years, difficult years, working on a farm. Having to reflect on my choices throughout my life as I cut down the tree before me. Imagining that it's all the choices that I regret being chopped down in front of my eyes. Okay. Oh, we just squeezed through. And then we pogo here for sure. We don't even need to... Oh, yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. It's all gotten so hard now. I feel like I'm just so impatient. Oh, oh, oh. Oppa Gangnam Style? Good landing, good landing. And then from here... easiest part of the game. Upcoming, upcoming. Not just upcoming, literally here. Okay. And then launch. Honestly, so easy. As long as you don't go over the top, you're set. Okay. I feel like I need to give myself a little more swinging space. Instead of just the... Oh, what? There we are. No problems. I was afraid that those were like hollow over there. And that I would fall and die. However, I am unkillable. You think that you can rid of me this easily? Foolish. I'm unstoppable, or I believe. Oh! Okay, okay, okay. We're alright. We hang. Oh! Wheelbarrow? Oh, that's a... Whoa,
Something
no!
filled up my heart with nothing. Someone told me not to cry. Now that I'm older,
Can I
my
take a
heart's
drink?
colder.
I'm gonna take a second, just to chill. I think we need a mental reset. I think that's a part of the problem. Because whenever you get stressed out, and I think this is part of, like, a connection into, like, oh, exam anxiety, and, like, that kind of thing that people will sometimes have whenever you have a big event coming up and you're, like, thinking about the event and, like, you're like, oh, I need to make sure that I packed, and so you go through your suitcase and you completely unpack your suitcase looking for one specific thing. Oh, look, it's at the bottom. And then since it's already there, you leave it at the bottom, and then you, like, zip up the suitcase after putting everything back for, like, 20 minutes. And then the next day, you're like, oh, but I really need to make sure that I have that thing. You unzip the suitcase, and you go through it all again. It's at the bottom just where you left it, and you knew that it was there, but just in case, you wanted to make sure, just in case somebody had moved it, or like a phantom had stolen your passport or whatever. And then you put everything back, and then you realize that your flight left the airport like 3 hours ago because you've been checking your suitcase for 75 hours straight, and you're losing it. Time doesn't make sense to you anymore. You've evolved past a point that you can comprehend. And that's why you just need to take a second. Take a second, you can understand. People talk about the, you have the check process where you, go out the door, feel for the phone, and then feel for the wallet and keys. You feel the phone, you feel the wallet and keys. Sometimes I give my backpack, because I'm a believer in backpacks for whenever I need to carry things around. I used to, whenever I was like young, I was like a messenger bag enjoyer. I was a man person enjoyer. But eventually I realized that backpacks just kind of work better whenever I'm going around, like, in the city or whatever. Oh. And so, I've added to the process where it's I reach to the back and give it a shake. A shake to make sure, like, oh, is my water bottle in there? Because you can hear the fluid. A shake to make sure that the weight is okay. Like, oh, if I need my laptop that day, you'll be able to tell if the laptop is in there. Even though you should be able to feel the weight just on your back, the way that it feels across your shoulders, the distribution. I think you can tell those things just by, like, a quick, how do my shoulders feel? But you still have to give it, like, the back pat anyway, where you shake it, back pat, retired. Oh... He's crazy now? I'm sane, I'm sane, I'm so sane, I'm so sane. You can trust me. You've never been able to trust somebody more in your life. I'm the most trustworthy person there is. Don't you dare say I'm crazy now. Don't you dare. But messenger bag looks better. I think it definitely can. I'm not going to deny that. It's just that the backpack is so much more convenient. The way that it doesn't get in the way like a messenger bag can. And I feel like the backpack is also just more sturdy than the messenger bag and more versatile too. And so with the versatility, it's like I can adapt that thing to so many different situations. Then you've got multiple backpacks too anyway, to where like, okay, this one I'll bring around whenever I need like my laptop or whatever. This one's the camping backpack. It has a camelback in its back and has a little space for your shoes to go and that kind of thing. Oh, please, let me... Okay. And you would look like a weirdo if you walked around the city with like a camelback. Oh no! How did I do that? That's the first time I've ever done that. I've been through it hundreds of times. Oh, and that's why you can never underestimate what you do in your day-to-day life, because someday you'll be driving after you got nothing but 3 hours of sleep and you'll realize like, oh, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open, and if I can't keep my eyes open even though I know the route like the back of my hand, then somebody's gonna slam their brakes directly in front of me and then I'm going to like die. That's what this feels like. It feels like a car crash. I rear-ended somebody. It's my fault. It's my fault even though I need to get somewhere. And all I could get was 3 hours of sleep. Sometimes that's just how the world works, but I'm gonna get shut down for it. Oh no. Cornbread. Cornbread's alright. It's comfortable. I don't know if cornbread's like a like, what region did cornbread originate from? I imagine it's gotta be like a big thing in like the Midwest where it's like, you know, they make the corn. Who's the corn state? Which one's the corn state? I can't remember. But I imagine that they'd be huge on cornbread, but cornbread is also like pretty big down here. So like, who started it? Who did cornbread first? And who did cornbread better? But I also feel like cornbread is maybe one of the more mediocre kinds of, like, sides. Because if I wanted to, like, bread, there's just so many better breads. And cornbread, it serves its purpose, but its purpose feels so unimportant.
I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand.
But maybe that fits. I think cornbread is the getting over it of bread.
While I weep.
Where it teaches you to appreciate the process more than anything. Except the process is like, oh, make sure you eat and savor things for why you need them. Like, oh, this corn is providing me sustenance. It might be the most mediocre thing of all time, but I appreciate that I'm even given this opportunity to eat the cornbread. That kind of vibe. I think that's what cornbread fills in the repertoire, where like basically any other type of grain based thing will feel better. Oh yeah. That was pretty cool. It was just I couldn't hold it out for so long because my mouse had traveled. It had traveled to like a different state, and it didn't have its license plate on the front, despite it being a front license plate state. And because of that, it got stopped and pulled over, and it was all over from there. Oh, let me land. Okay, and then Pogo. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I think I just land like right here. We pick up. Go from like here. No, we don't. Oh, I just wish that I could like launch myself. Is that so bad? Okay. Oh, that was pitiful. It was pitiful. There's no other word to describe it. You're pathetic. You're pathetic? You're tepid. Oh, the king of cosmos. I understand what he meant now. Gonna get into the bath of the lukewarm rain. It's all I deserve. Oh, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I can't even circle it around. I don't know what a circle is. All I know is straight lines. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. Sorry, what's the circumference? I don't know. Oh, it's all I have. I need like at least a parabola. Hold on. Okay. Gentle. Oh, that's gentle, all right. Just like a little too much. Just make it stop. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That's the only word to describe it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've gotten through here hundreds of times. It's what it's like to age. I'm going to pick up that box of whatever that you've picked up hundreds of times, and all of a sudden your back gives out. That's what we have to look forward to, us young folks. What do we live for? We live for the future potential back pain. Make the most of life while you have it. That's what the 30-year-olds tell you. They act like they're already on their way out. Like, oh, I don't have much left to live for. My back's gone. I feel minor pain whenever I pick up a box the wrong way. Okay, there it is. The link. Huh? And then Pogo sideways. Diagonaler Pogo. Oh, I should have just... Oh, I didn't put my mouse there, I swear. I should have just, like, landed on the camera. Would have been no problem with that. Smile, you're on the camera. Okay. I'll smile. Walking through a Walmart, looking at the camera, walking back and forth. Great things will come from it. Seen the memes of characters holding up different characters to the Walmart security camera. Please, okay. Hear my plea. Why was it so hard that time? What happened? Oh, they saw that I did too good and it reacted and turned up the difficulty for me. Difficulty. They said, oh, he's doing too well. What if we turned it off of hard mode and put it on ultra hard? It's the hardest mode we have. He was simply too good. He was the walking god of normal mode. I let go. That was my own fault. I think we just have to take my name tag. My name tag's no longer accurate. It says Joe Bob God, walking god. Now you have to change it. I'm not deserving of that title anymore. Now it's Joe Bob, swinging failure. But probably still a god, at least. He's very cool. Okay. Around. Because at the core of it, really, it's the game's fault, not mine, right? Oh, I didn't want you to launch like that, man. Okay. We like that. We love that. We love that. Oh, yes. Bring me back. Bring me back. Okay. I think we honestly just like do that. And now, oh, re-entry into orbit. Look, you can see the line in the skybox, like right over here. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Okay. Gently, gently. Not so gently. I need you to grip onto specific points here. Don't let go, man. Don't let go.
Can I see another's woe and not be in sorrow too?
Oh,
Can I see
another's woe,
grief
another
and
woe.
not seek for kind relief? William Blake.
William Blake. Oh, he was famous. I don't think I've read any, but he was famous. That's the only commentary I have on William Blake. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Did you know that famous writer was famous and that's why he was quoted in here? Shakespeare? He was pretty popular. I happen to know a thing or two. In Victorian or Elizabethan. Was Elizabethan Victorian?
In the
I
end,
can't remember.
we only regret
Oh, it
the
doesn't even
chances
matter.
we didn't take. Lewis Carroll.
So true, Lewis. How do I move? Oh, go, go! Not like that. Why is it working that way, but not this way? Oh, just get off the edge. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay. You're stuck. Okay. Then we quickly spin here. Get over. Hit. The name of the game, name of the game. Title card, title card. Credits, credits. And it like the Transformers movie. Okay. Oh yeah, that was like speedrunner. Speedrunners here. Okay. Land it. Honestly, what's stopping me from like landing on the steps back there and then pogoing from the back wall? Okay, okay. Gently, gently. Same idea, same idea, same idea. Nothing drastic. Don't do anything foolish. Oh, you did it. You did it foolish. I just don't understand why it didn't work. It doesn't make any sense. Why couldn't I latch onto it that time? Is it because of my own mistakes or what's changed? All right. Thread through the needle. We're sewing. Okay. Me. Toilet, made it. And we go over the edge here as well. Oh, are we back at the orange? We're back at the orange. Balance the balance. Sorry, Psycho, I don't understand. I don't know how we're feeling about prostitute talk here. Let me, I guess, redo the whole section now. It was just a random NPC encounter. Oh, I get that. I understand. But I feel like my mind has actually been reduced at this point, where I'm not actually even comprehending anything anymore. It feels like after, because I was complaining about how little time had passed, like at the 20-minute mark, where I was like, I can't believe it's only been 20 minutes. I feel like I've aged 75 years, that kind of thing. But I'm now at the point where, and maybe this is where the game wants your mental state to be, where like I no longer care. I know I don't recognize time anymore. We've got, it's like, it's an hour 50, and it was like a minute ago it was like an hour 30, and before that it was an hour 10, and so I don't even look at anything anymore. It's all completely meaningless to me. I've made it as far as that I'm possibly going to get in life. I realize that I'm content. Oh, I peaked at orange. And so now I'm just like, okay. I'm okay with continuing to struggle, to continuing to try. And continuing to make progress. Okay. Excuse me. Here we are. And we launch again. Oh, my good friend camera looking over me. And then dip in. The upper body strength required. Doing tricks with the sledgehammer. I want to see people juggle those. Oh my god. The toilet makes this like impossible. Hold on, we have to do it from here. It all makes sense to me. Sometimes you don't have to do a full rotation. That was part of my problem before, I think. Sometimes you just have to take it. Just let me over. Just let me over. Okay. Taking the dip. Okay. Let me up. Why is this not going up? I don't understand. Okay, we need to land. Preferably not there, not there, not there. Okay, that's fine. We made it. Grabbed onto the couch. Back at the orange already. That was pretty quick, right? Right? Weren't we just at the orange? I feel like we were just at the orange. Okay. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. I would love to go. I would love to go. Okay. There is a spot that is like grabbable there. Not here. I feel like the... No, why did you...
Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. William Shakespeare, Measure for Measure.
It's about to hit the 2-hour mark. Honestly, I think we can just hang out. I don't know if we have to anymore. Like we can swing. I mean, like but like pointlessly, right? I'm not actually thinking about it. What's going on in life right now? How is everybody doing?
No.
I don't think I take enough time to just talk, and I think that that's a big problem. Like, I'm talking, but I'm always doing something. And so I think that I could spend more time to talk, and then maybe recognize the people that are here. What does everybody want to talk about? Give me something, anything, to take my mind away from this horrible, horrible place. I'm using idle chatter, small talk. How's the weather been? As an escape from reality. I don't actually, like, make any connection here. I just need freedom.
Then attacking, scraping, then flapping and snagging.
Flapping and snagging? I am so flapping and snagging. Oh. Okay. Let go. I've realized lately, so like I've been getting into cooking. I've talked about it pretty heavily basically since the beginning of my YouTube streamer career. And part of the getting into cooking has been like, okay, learn various recipes so I'm not just making like chili and sloppy joe every week, which was like my first week of cooking. And so, it's been getting explorative where most, like, not too long ago, like a couple of weeks ago or something, I ventured into carbonara, which is interesting because I didn't notice how connected people are to like specific kinds of carbonara, but the way that you cook carbonara can like affect people, which is so strange to me because it's so simple. But honestly, I think that that's just kind of how like Italian food is, and honestly maybe specifically Italian food. I think Italian food is one of the most gatekept foods like of all time, which is so odd to me whenever it's like so accessible. I think like there's like an air of elitism just around Italian food, and maybe that is because it does like actually like look good, and so they have like the ability to pretend like it's the greatest thing of all time, and it does legitimately taste good because you aren't going to go to like an English person and then they pretend like, oh, beans and toast is actually the greatest thing of all time. Like English people still have like prestigious foods, but it's not even close to like Italian foods and that kind of thing. Either way, I found a recipe on YouTube Shorts for like a katsu, which I really want to try, so I have to like get some miso paste. But the problem is that like, they don't just sell that stuff at Walmart. And like the closest Asian market to me is like actually like a 20-minute drive out of the way from where I am. So now I have like this dilemma of like, okay, I don't want to make a trip over there because the Asian market also has like a ton of stuff to do. And so I don't like to just go there by myself because I can make like a day of it. And so I do like plan on actually going there with friends, but I don't think that it's feasible to always bring like friends over to the Asian market every time that I want to go. There is like an incredible little sushi place over there, and it makes me happy. It has like a little robot and everything. And I would have assumed that the robot would have been a bad sign, where it's like, okay, the sushi isn't actually going to be that incredible. It's just going to be like some gimmicky thing because they have a little robot to deliver your drinks to you. But no, it's actually like really good, and I found it because a Japanese friend brought me there. So like I trust it. I trust the place like with my life. He's like, this is authentic, and I said okay. And I was sold. It was incredible. And I spend too much every time I go there because sushi is like expensive over here. So the humans are all connected to a radio wave that synchronizes them to the will of God. That seems like an incredible statement to make in a chat room. Is this based off of like a pot guy hearing things? Or is there a deeper connection to that I'm not understanding? Is Bennett Foddy God? Bennett Gotti? I don't understand. Shopping trip? True. That's the plan. And like shopping with friends is actually like pretty fun, I think. I've done it before with like various people. And it's just worked every time. Okay. Oh, do you have to land on that? Is that how you have to go? No. Okay.
There are no regrets in life.
It's been
Just
over
lessons.
2 hours. It's been
Jennifer
over 2 hours. I mean, we've hit our like, we've hit the goal, and we've passed many people. You know, I think we've made incredible progress for a 2-hour session. Honestly, I think we should be proud of ourselves, and by we, I mean me, because like some of the people here are people that I ended up beating. There is a threshold to every human action. If you wish to beat the game, you must connect to the radio waves of the universe where you beat it. I don't know if I am ascended enough to understand how to connect to everybody in the world. I'm going for like a full Goku strategy there, where I raise my hands up to the sky. But unfortunately, one of them has to be like close-fisted around the mouse to make things work. Maybe I could play it with my feet and then raise my hands to the sky and try to connect with people on a deeper level. That way I can understand the meaning of the game and how to beat it. I think maybe the patience is the goal, and so even just having you here explaining things to me is a wonderful thing. Oh, either way, I think that might be it for what's it called? Getting over it with Bennett Foddy. Honestly, might be back at some point. I just have no idea. It was almost fun. I think like my brain now, I got into the zone at the very end where I could talk while doing it. And that's a big thing for me. At the beginning, I was struggling to exist. I would move my hammer and be like, oh, this is weightier than I thought it would be. Who knew that a sledgehammer would have any weight to it? As I like tried to pick it up like it was Arthur's hammer out of the... Arthur's hammer is crazy. Oh, like it was Arthur's hammer Mjolnir from Norse mythology. Don't you love King Arthur from Norse mythology? He's one of my favorites. You know, they made him into an anime girl into a Fate. Can you believe that? Whenever Arthur picked up Mjolnir, that was so intense. Who knew that a hammer would have weight, though? Because honestly, I think it's fair, though, because like the speedrunners and stuff, they're just swinging the thing around. It's doing windmills, and they're doing tricks with it, and then they just climb. You actually look like a helicopter with the propellers going Mach 10, go except instead of the blades making that noise, it's actually the hammer hitting the ground instead of air being pushed out of the way. The rebound, you get slingshotted up towards the top. It's an incredible thing. Either way, sorry, I had to take a drink. This was getting over it. This was also my 6-month anniversary to the day. I started streaming January 14th. So it has been exactly half a year since I had started. Honestly, I'm not going to say you'll get banned for not having common sense. What do you mean? Not going to say that I didn't think that I would still be streaming, but without like the streaming like basically support group that I've had, I definitely would not still be streaming. I have a very busy life right now. And so at times it's a struggle to keep up with it and want to keep up with it whenever I'm like sacrificing some of the free time. So I really appreciate anybody that has like watched or helped me or whatever throughout the course of the past 6 months. Life is really busy right now, and there are things that I have to get figured out soon. And because of that, I will be taking a short break, probably like a week and a half or so. I'll announce like an official start back date, but I have to make sure that I get some things done because it's just like actually necessary for what I'm working on in life right now. So there will be a short break from streaming. That way the streaming doesn't cause unnecessary stress, because this is supposed to be like a fun little outlet and stuff for me. But I will be back. It will not be a long break. It'll just probably be like a week or something, and then I'll return and we'll play Virtue's Last Reward and have a lot of fun. And I still have to pick up like a second series. I'm honestly considering like Jet Set Radio, one of my like favorite games as a kid. But I appreciate it. I feel like the streams come a long way since Resident Evil 2, where I was sitting in silence the very first stream. And I understand that sometimes I still sit in silence on some of these streams, but it's difficult sometimes. Whenever you're going through a list of topics and you're like, oh, I don't really like that topic, and if I start talking about that topic right now, then my mind will struggle too much because I'm also trying to play the game right now. So then you have to decide whether you're going to play the game or talk about the thing, and then you decide that you're going to talk about the game, but then you talk about the thing, but then the game gets intense or interesting, so then you have to go through that instead. But I'm trying to get better at it. Streaming is like an actual skill, and I feel like I can hit like some decently enjoyable bits, but to like actually do it in the moment is harder than you would think it would be sometimes. You can cheat reacting to anything in the voice of an anime girl. I don't know if I have that in me, Psycho. I don't know if I have it in me. I don't think I could give off that vibe at all. I don't. Do you think I could do the anime girl reactions? Could I do like the do that kind of thing? Would it work for me? I don't know what I could do. I would need a voice changer for sure. I feel like I talk too much like a weirdo. But either way, basically, the long story short is thank you to anyone that has watched over the past 6 months. I remember streaming my third stream, and at that point I had begun what I had seen as the stream of consciousness arc, which meant just say whatever I was thinking out loud, which sometimes I end up thinking weird things, and like the weird things get said out loud, and then that awkwardness ends up going through the stream, and I think it's been a lot of fun. I remember that third stream, my first like random viewer appearing, and now I'm sitting at like nearly 60 subscribers. I'm at 57 right now, so honestly we're not that far away from 60, which feels incredible. But other than that, it's been fun growing this stuff is what I mean. But yeah, appreciate you, Bigly Cyan Dragon 2025, because you are like a huge part of the reason why I am streaming right now. That was the normal voice crack. There's no tearing up happening. Because, you know, I wouldn't have even started again if you didn't bug me. I showed some of the very first Signalis VOD from last year whenever I tried streaming for one day, got super nervous and then gave up. I would have probably kept it at a give up point if you weren't bugging me about it and said, oh, this would be so much fun in stream. Don't you think that this moment here would be fun in stream? I remember starting to play Outer Wilds, and because I had just bought it, it was on sale, and I started playing it, and I like jumped off a cliff or something, and you started laughing, and you're like, oh, this would be so much fun if you were streaming it. You should be streaming it. And then I just stopped playing Outer Wilds. Like, I played it one time and I just stopped playing it because I was like, he's right. I should like do the thing that I've been wanting to do for a while. But yeah, thank you everybody that's like supported. Thank you like Jury and Blue for and I guess now like Toto and OK for like the little streamer community that we have. Thank you, Vino. We have like a character on stream now. We didn't used to have that. There's like a physical manifestation sitting in the bottom right corner staring at you deeply, making a deep eye contact, deeper than you could ever understand. He understands you more than you understand yourself. There's a connection there that you can't quite shake. But we wouldn't have that without Vino, and Vino just like offered to do it. it's insane because Vino's like an incredible artist, and I remember learning that he was like selling art and stuff and then immediately going to buy something because he had like a Yotsuba painting on his shop, and I was like, man, I just feel lucky. I feel very lucky. So that's where I'm at right now. But that's all I have. I will not see you again on Sunday. I will see you again most likely the Sunday after next, but I'll let you know. Take my short break, get life stuff figured out and worked out, and then we'll be back better than I ever have before. I have some ideas. I've been given some ideas on some video-esque content that I would like to try made for video. I think would maybe be a very good thing for me. So once I finish up real life stuff, I'll start getting the wheels turning on that. It'll be like something minimal and simple, but I think it'll work really well with the style. And then we'll get that going, and then from there straight to VHS. True. See you Sunday after next. Okay, well, what do you mean by next? Because you could mean next as in 2 days from now, or you could mean next as in like 9 days from now, and that's a real problem with saying just next Sunday. I mean, probably the Sunday 9 days from now I'll probably be back, or that Monday 10 days from now. Excuse me, I just burped. That was disgusting. I didn't think that was coming. Excuse me again. I didn't even feel that coming. It just like jump scared me. But I agree the Sunday is in 2 days, but some people are psychotic. Either way, get that stuff worked on. There will be growth, and then I'll be right back to streaming, and then I'll probably be like crazier and wittier and funnier and cooler than I've ever been, because whenever you take a break, stuff tends to just like work out in your favor whenever you come back. And that's kind of the plan here. So I will now leave. I've been invited to do some gaming and drinking, so I'm very much looking forward to that. That will be my downtime after stream. But after that, it'll be like sit down and get stuff figured out over the course of the next week, and also go to work and stuff, and then probably have like a little bit of free time here and there. That'll be no problem. I just need like a step away so that this isn't stressing me out while I get stuff figured out. Other than that, that's really all I have to say. Thank you for the past 6 months. Hopefully there will be 6 more months, and then we can like have a more crazier celebration or whatever if I do hit like a year, because that would be absurd. Otherwise, I will update you on the exact day that I come back in a community post whenever I figure that out. Expect a week-ish from Sunday. Other than that, that's all that I have for you. It's weird to say goodbye and then like not get back on stream in 3 days. But goodbye.